Israel's army pressed on Sunday with its campaign in southern Gaza to destroy U.S.-designated terrorist group Hamas as prospects dimmed for a ceasefire in the more than 4-month-old war. Israel's top ally, the United States, signaled it would veto the latest push for a UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire, as Washington instead favors a temporary truce and hostage release deal. Gaza and United Nations health officials say there's no power and not enough staff to keep the Nasser Hospital in Han Yunis running. Reuters correspondent David Doyle has more.
What was Gaza's largest remaining functioning hospital went completely out of service on Sunday, local and UN health officials have said. Scores of patients are still sheltering in Nasser Hospital in the southern city of Khan Yunis, a spokesperson for Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry said. But there is no power and not enough staff to treat them all. This was Nasser on Thursday, after a raid by Israeli forces. Gaza's hospitals have been a focal point of Israel's 4-month bombardment. Most have been put out of action by fighting and a lack of fuel.
Reuters correspondent David Doyle. Huge crowds took to the streets of Mexico City on Sunday to protest against President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's government and to quote-unquote defend democracy. Protesters marched towards the capital's central square, where organizers said nearly 700,000 people turned out. Organizers said 119 cities across the country, as well as 15 from abroad and 7 countries, confirmed their participation in the protest. This is VOA News. More than 400 people have been detained at events across 32 Russian cities since the death of Alexei Navalny, President Vladimir Putin's most formidable opponent, according to rights group OVD Info, as Russians continue to gather and lay flowers. It has been the largest wave of arrests at political events in Russia since September 2022, when more than 1,300 people were arrested at demonstrations against a quote-unquote partial mobilization of reservists for Putin's military campaign in Ukraine. Russia claims full control of a city in eastern Ukraine, AP correspondent Mimi Montgomery reports.
Russia says its forces are in complete control of the eastern Ukrainian city of Avdiivka following intense fighting there for months. The announcement comes after Ukraine had to pull troops from Avdiivka as soldiers defending the city got outnumbered. Russian defense officials say forces are working to clear final pockets of resistance at the Avdiivka coke and chemical plant. Social media videos appear to show soldiers raising the Russian flag over one of the plant's buildings. According to state news agency TASS, President Putin's congratulated troops in the city. The overtaking of Avdiivka comes as Ukraine is back on the defensive against Russia, hindered by low ammunition supplies. I'm Mimi Montgomery.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump made a highly unusual stop on the campaign trail over the weekend as he closes in on the Republican presidential nomination. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports.
Donald Trump on the campaign trail over the weekend at a stop in Michigan, echoing the same message about his legal issues, including Friday's $355 million penalty for business civil fraud in New York, vowing to appeal.
These people, they're not looking for justice. They only care about how to stop crooked Joe Biden's political opponent, that's me, and how to inflict as much pain as possible. But here we are.
And using the unveiling of his $399 sneaker at SneakerCon in Philadelphia to rally young voters.
This country's not doing so well. We're going to turn this country around fast.
The Republican presidential frontrunner met with both boos and cheers. I'm Julie Walker.
The movie Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's epic film about the creation of the atomic bomb, swept the board at Sunday's BAFTA Film Awards in London, delivering a serious statement ahead of next month's Oscars. The movie earned 7 awards in total, including Best Film, Best Director for Nolan, Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, and Best Supporting Actor for Robert Downey Jr. The film has grossed more than $1 billion, already won big at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards, as now the clear frontrunner for Oscars glory.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.